Right guys, like I said, we're at the house, and the house, it's beautiful inside, but we don't have a budget, and we're waiting for the windows to go in. The budget now is very, very low. I came to the Philippines with a very, very low budget, but I have got the balls to do it. You know, there was no excuses, oh you need money, you need this, you need that, you know. Just get up and do it. Right, XTZ 125, is it a fast bike? One person riding this bike, two people riding this bike. Yes, for a 12 brake horsepower bike, this bike's fast, fairly fast. It's not got the stopping power, it's got a back drum, and that back drum, it's not, a drum's nothing like a disc. So that's your disc. What that disc will do is it'll grip and it'll grab hold of that, disc, and it'll brake, and it does a good job on it. So it does do a good job, because there's two of us on the bike all the time. Now the back drum, that's got more of a feel to it, but really, to be honest, not very good. Needs converting into a disc. Right, so the engine's 12 brake horsepower. What do I think to the engine on it? You have to rev this bike. If you rev this bike, you keep the revs up. It's a good bike, it's 12 brake horsepower. Yeah, it's a fast bike for a 12 brake horsepower. Has it got a lot of torque? No. Is it fast? Is it fast up and down the hills? No, it's not very powerful. But like I said, you rev this bike, keep the rev range up, and this bike goes, and it goes well for a 12 brake horsepower bike. And it's the best bike for the money. It's a Yamaha, and it angles very, very good. It's a very good angling bike. I can come down the mountains on this bike. I have to ride safely. I've got Joveline on the back, the girlfriend's on the back, but I can tell you something. If I were a kid now, 20, 30 year old, what I would do to this bike is I'd change those tyres and I'd supermoto it, I'd SM it. So this would be a supermoto, I'd put a different exhaust on it, and I'd put road racing tyres on it, I'd put road tyres on it. And like I said, I'd probably change the suspension to a white power shock. Is the suspension good for off-road? It's okay. Is it good? No. What you'd have to do is put thicker fork oil in that front end, so in them forks for off-road, you'd have to put thicker fork oil in it, but you still wouldn't get good suspension. It'd be okay for one person. Same with that back, you'd have to put a white power on it. Would it be better? Probably better, but not much better. You've got to think, it's a cheap, good bike. So it's a very cheap, good bike. So because it's a cheap, good bike, you've not got the suspension on the bike, but it's adequate. And but if you get on this bike and you're alone, you ride it alone. So you're on your own, you ride this bike. It's a one boy, one girl bike. This bike's okay. It's not a motocross bike, it's a trail bike. You are calling these bikes now dual sports bikes. When we were kids, this bike was called a trail bike. Because this bike is made for trails and on road. And like I said, 12 brake horsepower, yeah, very good bike. It's a good bike. Is it the best bike? No. To be honest, I need a 250, 400. It's got no torque, but it has actually, if you keep the rev range up, it's got some good power, 12 brake horsepower, so it's a good bike. It's a very good bike, XTZ 125, so it is a very, very good bike. I've done 2,000 kilometres on it. What don't I like about the bike? That seat. Went to San Carlos the other day, 75 miles. After 75 miles, that seat is very uncomfortable to up. If you're, like I say, you're riding this, if this is a one-man bike, one-girl bike, you've cracked it, guys. So that's the bike. Do I like the bike? Yeah, it's a good bike. I know for a fact this bike will get me anywhere. It's been very reliable up to now. I haven't oiled the chain. I should have oiled the chain. You can see the rust coming through now, but you're gonna get it rusting. Like I said, you're gonna get some rust on it. It's a new bike because it gets hot and it burns the paint off. But this is a very good bike for the money. It's a very, very good bike for the money. Would I have paid an extra 100,000, 75,000, 80,000 for another 125 or a 150? No. A 150 is the same power as this bike. So no, because it's a waste of money. I would have actually, rather than pay 150 money, I would actually go to a 400, 250. You've got more power, but then you have to find out the weight of the bike. So this bike's streamlined, guys. It's quite streamlined. It's quite slim. It's a slim bike. It looks like a YZ. And that's what it's basically, XTYZ. That's what it's basically modelled on. So, yeah, very, very good bike. Very good bike. It's got good price range. Suspension's okay. Is it good? No. It's not motocross suspension. It's very, very bouncy off-road. It chucks you around off-road. But that's what you pay big money for. You know, spend 100,000 pesos more, you'd get good suspension. What's the light like? The light's adequate, it's not too bad. But you have to think about other road users when you're thinking about lights, because other road users have got the I-beam up, they're blinding you. So that light's good. Like I said, the light's good, it's okay. But that's the bike. That's the bike. It's got a good front stopping power, so the front end's good stopping power. The back end, it's okay, but it needs a disc. That needs a disc. It's just not got power, and it doesn't grip, so, which is a good thing. It's a good thing when it doesn't grip. You know, it doesn't bite, so it's not a bad thing. If it were a little bit better, it'd be brilliant. So that's the XTZ. That's my thoughts on the XTZ. And that's the Evo helmet. I love that helmet. It's quite a lovely helmet. It's a nice helmet. So that's it, guys. That's my little bit of a review. XTZ. Would I buy one? Yes. A 20 stone guy, a big guy. This is good for a 20 stone. This is good for a big guy. You can stiffen that suspension up. You can change the tyres. You know, you can change the exhaust. There's a lot. You can do a lot to it. So it is a very good bike, but it's not a... One guy, it's okay. It's a good fun bike off-road. Very good fun bike off-road. Now, we're on about going to do Maghetti on this bike, which is 7 hours travel. This bike, I would say this bike will make it. Now, the only thing I'm thinking on this bike, what will make it or what will not make it, is that chain. It needs a good oiling, but that chain is quite strong, because I've been to Don Salvador and I've been over into San Carlos, and the mountains, wow, the mountains of San Carlos, Don Salvador, wow, it's a natural phenomena, guys. God, Jesus must have put, wow, he put some beautiful things on this planet. And one of the beautiful things Jesus, the Lord, put on this planet was the mountains of Don Salvador, the mountains of San Carlos. Wow, I wish I'd got a GoPro. When I can afford a GoPro, I'll actually solo. I'll go solo and I'll show you what that bike's capable of. It's not the best bike on the road, but for the money, there's nothing to beat that bike. There's no bike on the road to beat that bike for the price. Yamaha's angle good. I've had that many Yamahas, motocross bikes, 1000 cc's, they're all good angling bikes. Right, so we're back in the house. That's my little review on the XTZ. And there she is, look, she's sat in the field. Look at that. Beautiful bike. I'm actually happy with the bike. It's a 125 and price for price, nothing to beat it. But yeah, I'd like a 300 KLX CRF, or if they made a 300 XT. Wow, I mean, I've been looking at the new XTZ 250, lovely bike, ABS. Now, I'm not sure about ABS, please make a comment. I don't want really ABS, you're talking big money. Things to go wrong with fuel injection, not really. I don't know about fuel, I know a little bit about fuel injection. Have you had any problems with fuel injection? If you do get any problems with fuel injection, I'll tell you this much, you're going to know about it, guys. So that's it. We're here in the province and actually going to be moving here into this house. So that's the XTZ. Beautiful Yamaha. You can actually, you know, if you're a 60, 70-year-old guy, I'm 60-year-old, I'm fit, I'm strong, I'm motivated, I'm in the countryside every day, I'm thinking all the time, ideas. YouTube enables me to live a dream, so to speak. Do I get paid off YouTube? No. Am I hoping to get paid soon off YouTube? Yes, when I get monetized it would be lovely, because I need to make some type of living while I'm here in the Philippines. So please support my channel, please share the videos, please make a comment, share, like, subscribe, make a comment. XTZ 125, and if it said 150, it's no different because it's the same brake horsepower, the same torque. Only thing different is probably geared. Is that bike fast for a one man, one lady? Yes. Keep that. If you keep the revs up, that bike's fast. It's a fast bike. But don't forget, when you're going fast on a bike, you have to slow that bike down. You have to make sure that bike can angle and especially stop. So yeah, it's a good fast bike, but it's a 12 brake horsepower bike. So, you know, for a 12 brake, I'm talking fast. For a 12 brake horsepower, looks like someone's building. So I'm talking, is it fast for a 12 brake horsepower XTZ 125? Yes. Yes, it's a fast bike, but no, it is not a fast bike. But for 12 brake horsepower, rev that bike and it's fast. How to make it faster? Put a big bore kit on it, 180, 190, big bore kit on it. Change the exhaust. Then you're going to have to change the carb, or you're going to have to upjet the carb. And then you're going to have to sort the air filter out, because you're going to have to make that bike breathe. So if you've put a big bore kit on that bike, or you've done any kind of tuning on that bike, you know, with the carburetor, with the engine, please let me know. I know for a fact that bike engine will last years because it's restricted. It's not powerful, it's not fast, but it's fast for a 12 brake horsepower motorbike. But when I look for a motorbike, do I look for the power? Yeah, I look for the power and the torque. But the first thing I look for on a motorbike is angling. That bike has to angle. How are you going to go fast on that bike if it's not safe, if it doesn't angle? So it has to angle. And that's the Volcano. Wow. I'm going to actually go outside, get you a quick shot of the Volcano. There's a cloud coming out of the Volcano. It actually looks like smoke. Wow. Just look at that, guys. from our door. So we look out of our window, our door, and we're moving in next week. So that's it, look. Wow, wow, wow. Just look at that. It looks like a pile of smoke coming out. It actually looks like a pile of smoke that's come out of the volcano. So that's the volcano. Wow. But that volcano's live. She's live, guys. She erupted 2022. So she erupted this year. She's live. She's very, very active. And that's what we do. Now, I had a comment. Oh, what happens if volcano blows up and you're all killed? Well, what happens if you're walking in England, in Barnsley, in Sheffield, and you get run over and you get killed? Or what happens if you get cancer and die? Or what happens if you're sat in your house for 30 years and you never do anything? You've got no hobbies, you don't experience life, you never go anywhere, you don't go to a coffee shop, you don't live your life. And then you die. What happens if that? What happens? You know, I mean, are you cowards? You know, you must be cowards to make silly comments like that. What happens if that volcano explodes? That volcano has been there for thousands of years. And if it explodes and it kills us, what a beautiful way to go. I'll be very happy if I get killed with that volcano. Same with the motorbike. What happens if you get killed on your motorbike? Well, listen, if I get killed on that XTZ, it's probably due to some crazy car driver or some crazy motorbike rider what can't ride a bike, or it's probably due to me being a fool or not concentrating. So if I get killed on the motorbike, I've had a good life. So all I can say is God bless. And that's the beautiful, beautiful Canlahan volcano here on Negros, Occidental. Please like, subscribe, share the videos. Please support my videos. And to all my subscribers, take care, God bless. I light a candle soon, guys. Take care, God bless. Catholic now, the Catholic Church now, I think it's got mass. It's got mass every night now up to Christmas. So, am I a Catholic? No. Am I very religious? No. Do I believe in God? Of course I believe in God. You have to believe in something. That's the beautiful Canlahan volcano. And that's what I'm going to leave you with. I'm going to leave you with that view. And that's life in the province. XTZ 125. Buy one, stick it in your garage. If you don't ride it, at least you can go in the garage, turn it on, and you can electric start it, and then you can rev it and just listen to it. So you don't have to ride it, you can just keep it. And that bike, it will probably go up in price actually, it won't go down in the price in England. Take care, guys, God bless.